Hello everyone, thank you so much for watching Where with Sim again. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. We don't really have very many active things today. At least we don't have a thunderstorm outlook today, so that's why we didn't have to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook. But we do have a marginal risk for flash flooding today, and I'll actually go ahead and show you guys this right now. This is across Seattle and even getting into like let's see, Almapia. Yep, that should be Almapia right there, and then even a few other cities around Seattle. But I mean, this we could be talking a little flash flooding, more isolated than widespread, but like places like Kent, even Longview are included in this. It doesn't look like Seattle is really included in this, but it sounds like cities around that, Redmond. Yeah, that's Redmond. Getting into Belleville, Bellevue. I think it's View or something like that. I don't really know how to say it, but don't get mad at me for that. But we even have a few other cities included in that. But I mean, we may be talking a little flash flooding in here. Day two, which is tomorrow, same story, but like less big. Doesn't include a whole lot of area compared to what yesterday included. But for day three, we're talking zero flash flooding, and then day four, we're talking another day with flash flooding, at least heading farther down south towards California, and then day five it includes all the way from Seattle all the way down to California. So day five does seem to be our longest marginal risk, while day one seems to be our most covered marginal risk. At least day four seems to be one also, but day four and one will be our biggest marginal risks out of all of them. But for day one, this is the one to keep an eye on right now. This is Wednesday and the Thursday, which is today, okay? This will go until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, okay? So make sure you guys are paying attention for a little flash flooding as you guys wake up tomorrow morning. But if we do take a look at the Climate Prediction Center outlooks, 6 to 10 day outlook, we're expecting pretty well below average temperatures for the northern United States, at least for the Great Lakes region, upper Midwest, getting into the Northeast. But we also are seeing some pretty well above average temperatures for the western United States, getting down into the south and even the southern plains. So I mean, it's gonna be okay. But I mean, if you guys would rather be warmer than normal, you guys can evacuate farther down south toward like Florida or even anywhere in the southwest. But if you guys like cooler temperatures, you guys can go north. So I mean, if you guys would do what normal temperatures, just go in between. So I mean, at least you got all kinds of options. So I mean, if you like warm, go down south. If you like cold, go up to north. So yeah, so you got a lot of options if you want, but it's okay if you're not going on vacation. Just stay where you are and just enjoy how it is. But precipitation outlook, we got a whole entire outlook for the northern United States, at least the northern half of the United States, but we're also seeing well below average precipitation for Texas, New Mexico, and even Arizona. Someone who left me that comment saying, I hope this drought goes away in Texas, and we are finally having rain down in Texas. That was from Charlotte Hoover. I'm glad you said that down below, but I mean, we're just gonna see below average precipitation again. So I mean, I'm sorry to say that we're gonna maybe have an increasing drought after this, but we'll have to see. National Weather Service outlooks, we got freezing warnings for the East Coast getting into the south and southeast. We are also seeing some, let's see what these are. These are air situation advisory. Dang, that's pretty disappointing right there. Because if you guys don't know what these are most likely to be some really bad air quality. Because if we read this, this is for let's see, we're gonna read the impacts. It says periods of air situation can lead to the buildup of pull of pollutants near the surface. So that's pretty disappointing right there. And then a weather system Wednesday night and Thursday, so tonight and into Thursday, will bring widespread precipitation to the region with the strange pattern ending. So, I mean, make sure you guys are being really aware of this, because I mean, for what I'm hearing, sounds like you guys are going to have to be really aware of air quality, especially if you guys are allergic to it. But we also got some high wind warnings in effect, almost for Laramie and Cheyenne, just not really include them, but it is next to them. And as we look at the high wind warning, it looks like we will be seeing. It looks like we will be seeing up to 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, at least by estimating. But we will be seeing up to 65 possible, but a little higher, maybe something. But it's at least not rolled out. But we do take a look at the total snowfall, is anywhere from now to November 12th, and as you see, we're starting to see some snow ramp up for the East Coast, even Pennsylvania. But for the Western United States, we are seeing some pretty active snowfall across this area. I mean, during my November forecast, I did say this area was going to stay near normal. It actually sounds like this area will see above average snowfall, and to be honest, it's probably already above average, because usually you wouldn't see a whole lot of snow during this time period. So, I mean, it's just something to really be aware of if you live in the Rocky Mountains, but anywhere in the Mid-Atlantic or New England, just keep your eye on it. Same goes for upper plains and Midwest. But as we do take a look at the radar, that is with the GFS model, we're going to go ahead and take this forward. And as you see, we're talking maybe a little round of showers and even maybe a brief thunderstorm on November 6th. Around the evening time frame, and then we'll take this forward again, and then we start to see some thunderstorm development across the Lower Ohio Valley, gain into Virginia, and then even Delaware. But as that finally heads out, we will see a little round of more showers and storms. But as we get a little bit later, this will really start to get more concerning, because if you look, as we get to November 14th, just look at the skies. We are seeing a ton of mixed precipitation, maybe freezing rain, maybe even sleet. I'll have to see. Let's see. What is this most likely gonna be? I think it's actually snowfall, because it says 60. I think that means super heavy snowfall is possible. So I mean, that's really concerning. So I mean, this is gonna be a really intense weather event, but I mean, it's too early to know the exact details. But I mean, we're talking heavy thunderstorms across the Lower Ohio Valley and even the tri-state area. Same goes for early morning on November 14th. Still talking some heavy thunderstorms, so we can't roll out a marginal to slight risk of severe weather for the Ohio Valley getting into the let's see, getting into southern Illinois and even Missouri, getting down into Arkansas, so like anywhere from the Lower Ohio Valley into the South region is where we'll have to watch the most. But we look at the total precipitation, there's anywhere from now to November 12th, and as you see, precipitation has died down quite a bit, especially for the eastern United States. So I mean, that's okay, because I mean, I know I did say we were gonna see a lot of precipitation at first, but I mean, things change all the time. That's pretty much normal for meteorologists, is to change the weather a lot, and that's okay. But I mean, we are still seeing some pretty decent amounts, at least a little bit more than an inch can be expected for the upper Ohio Valley into the upper Midwest, Great Lakes region, and even New England. But same goes for Tennessee valleys and even getting into North Carolina and all of Virginia. But we are even seeing like up to 2 inches of rain for, let's see, about Wichita Falls, Texas is gonna see almost up to 2 inches of rain, it looks like. So we'll have to be aware about this. But for the Northwest, we're seeing very heavy rainfall. On my last video called the El Nino Outlook, someone commented down on that video, and they hoped that the moisture would get into the northwest region of the United States because they said it's already dry out there. And what they really said was, I hope moisture gets into the northwest. Well, it's dry, and I mean, I couldn't really understand that, but I think I do know what you're talking about, though. So yeah. So we're not gonna be seeing drier than normal conditions for the northwest United States anymore. But I mean, whether you want it dry or not, we're definitely going to be seeing some very heavy rainfall back here, especially if we're talking up to a foot in some areas. So definitely just something disappointing, at least for flash flooding. But I mean, we do have that marginal risk today, and as you see, that marginal risk for today, we're talking just a little bit of rainfall, and then as we get into November 6th, we're probably talking a moderate risk. Just look, guys, as we get into November 1st, we're talking probably a slight risk, and then as we get to November 11th, we're talking really a straight ramp up of precipitation. But as we do take a look at the jet stream forecast, as you do see, this is kind of being pretty active, because if you look, this will be heading across the Ohio Valley. Probably bring some pretty active weather across this area, because I mean, this kind of just gonna be nuts. But if you look, we have a low pressure system developing on November 15th that may bring a threat for some severe storms across this area, but then it will start to head northbound and then turn pretty much east and then head off the coast. So I mean, it's pretty unlikely that we do see some severe weather threats this month. But I mean, if you guys remember my November forecast, I put severe weather, maybe even a few snowstorms in effect for the Ohio Valley getting down into the south region and even the Great Lakes region. So I mean, we will have to see. But if we do see severe weather, and we even saw a few snows in this area too as well, not like all the way down south, but like in northern Indiana getting into Ohio, we even saw a few snow flurries in the tri-state area, especially in DuBois County, Indiana. So I mean, something to really be aware of. But I mean, few snows at the end of November will be likely, at least from my opinion. But if we do take a look at the temperature, we're gonna go ahead and take this forward, and as you see, as of right now on November 1st, we are seeing it's a pretty active temperatures, at least down to freezing. And then after this morning, those temperatures will finally head out, and then we're talking a pretty big warm up. So we're at least seeing beliefs after seeing all of this freezing. I mean, it was kind of disappointing event for a lot of people, because not very many people really like to see freezing on Halloween. At least my neighbors don't. But I mean, we are gonna see some pretty refreshing weather, especially after this cold front. So make sure you guys are maybe getting prepared for a little bit warmer weather, but still make sure you are wearing that hoodie, because it will be a little bit chilly at times, but at least won't be freezing, which is good news. But thank you guys very much for watching. I'm really glad you guys subscribed to my channel, commented, and even liked my videos, guys. That is very nice of you, and I will definitely do one tomorrow.